Before you pull up to the gas pump, pause for a second. Because there's one thing most drivers do, almost automatically, that quietly destroys fuel systems, triggers warning lights, and in extreme cases can cause a fire at the pump. What's shocking is how common it is. Roughly 9 out of 10 drivers repeat this mistake every week, convinced it's harmless or even helpful. But according to fuel system engineers and dealership failure reports, this single habit shortens engine life, damages vapor control systems, and leads to repairs that cost hundreds or thousands of dollars. One former refinery engineer put it bluntly, "This is the most common fuel-related mistake we see, and the most expensive." Today, you'll learn exactly what never to do before refueling and why it matters. Mistake number 1, leaving the engine running. The first mistake is leaving the engine running while you pump gas. It sounds obvious, but safety audits show nearly 1 in 10 drivers still do this. Here's why it's dangerous. Gasoline vapors are heavier than air. They sink and collect around the nozzle. At the same time, a running engine produces heat, electrical activity, and microscopic sparks from the alternator and ignition system. That combination is all it takes. There's also a mechanical issue most drivers don't know about. Modern cars actively route fuel vapors through the EVAP system. If the engine is running, those vapors can be pulled in at the wrong moment, causing rough starts, stalling, or sensor confusion immediately after refueling. The correct move: shut the engine fully off. Wait 10 seconds. Then open the cap. Mistake number 2, topping off after the pump clicks. The second mistake is adding more gas after the pump clicks off. Most drivers do this on purpose. They want a full tank, but that extra squeeze causes serious damage. That click isn't random. It means the tank has reached safe pressure. When you keep pumping, liquid fuel gets forced into parts of the system designed only for vapor, especially the charcoal canister. Once that canister gets soaked, it can't trap fumes properly. Pressure builds. Sensors misread. The check engine light turns on. Fuel economy drops. And here's the expensive part. A contaminated EVAP canister often costs $500 to $1,200 to replace, and it's rarely covered under warranty. The rule is simple. When the pump clicks, stop. No exceptions. Mistake number 3, opening the gas cap too fast. This mistake feels harmless, but it can confuse your fuel system. When your car is warm, pressure builds inside the fuel tank. If you twist the gas cap open too quickly, that pressure escapes all at once. Vapors rush into the EVAP lines. The fuel tank pressure sensor can misread the sudden change and trigger false leak codes. Some drivers notice rough idle or warning lights days later, with no obvious cause. There's also a safety issue. That sudden burst of vapor often blows directly toward your face. The correct technique is simple and used by professional technicians. Turn the cap slowly. When you hear the soft hiss, pause. Wait 2 seconds. Then remove it fully. This lets pressure equalize naturally and protects sensitive sensors. Mistake number 4, using your phone while refueling. Most people ignore the no phone warning signs at gas stations. They think the danger is the phone signal. It's not. The real risk is static electricity. When you use your phone, especially in dry weather or while wearing synthetic clothing, your body can build up static charge. That charge can discharge through the metal nozzle right where fuel vapors are concentrated. Fire investigators have documented over 150 gas station fires linked to static discharge, and many involve drivers holding phones or re-entering their cars mid-fill. Even without a fire, static can disrupt EVAP sensors while the tank is filling, leading to false readings later. The safe routine: leave your phone inside the car. Before grabbing the nozzle, touch a metal part of the vehicle to discharge static. Step away if you must use your phone. Mistake number 5, ignoring the fuel grade label. A lot of drivers assume fuel is fuel. If it fits the nozzle, it must be fine. That's wrong. Engines are tuned for a specific octane level. If your car requires premium and you use regular, the NOx sensors constantly intervene. Power drops, heat increases, carbon builds up faster, long-term wear accelerates. On the flip side, using premium in an engine designed for regular doesn't add power. Low compression engines can't burn it efficiently, which can lead to rough idle and wasted money. Then there's ethanol. E10 is standard, but E15 or E85 can damage seals, pumps, and injectors in vehicles not designed for it. The rule: follow the gas cap or owner's manual. Exactly. No guessing. No mixing. Mistake number 6. Driving until the tank is nearly empty. Running your tank down to empty feels harmless, but it's one of the fastest ways to kill a fuel pump. Modern fuel pumps sit inside the tank and rely on gasoline for cooling. When fuel levels get low, the pump pulls in air instead of fuel. Temperature rises. Internal components overheat. Engineering data shows that repeatedly driving below 1/4 tank can increase fuel pump wear by more than 50%. Once the pump fails, the repair isn't cheap. Most replacements range from $600 to over $1,300, depending on the vehicle. There's another risk. Low fuel levels allow sediment and moisture from the bottom of the tank to get pulled into the system, damaging injectors. Best practice: refill at 1/4 tank. Not empty, not almost there. Mistake number 7. Filling up right after a tanker delivery. Seeing a fuel tanker at the station looks like good timing. In reality, it's the worst moment to fill up. When underground tanks are refilled, everything at the bottom gets disturbed. Rust, dirt, sediment, and even water. Normally, that debris stays settled, but right after delivery, it gets mixed into the fuel. If you pump during that window, contaminated fuel can go straight into your tank and then into your injectors. Fuel system studies show higher contamination levels in vehicles filled within 2 hours of a delivery. The safe move: if a tanker is unloading, leave and come back later. Waiting 4 to 6 hours allows sediment to settle again. Clean fuel isn't about price, it's about timing. Mistake number 8. Adding fuel additives at the wrong time. Fuel additives can help, but timing matters. Many drivers pour the additive in and immediately start pumping gas. That seems logical, but it actually reduces how the cleaner works. When fuel rushes in, it churns the additive violently. Foam forms, air gets trapped, the mixture becomes uneven. Some strong detergents, especially high-concentration cleaners, can react poorly when exposed to air during filling, reducing effectiveness or leaving residue behind. The result? Injectors don't get cleaned evenly, and sensitive fuel components can suffer. The correct method: add the cleaner before your next drive, not right before fueling. Let it mix gradually while the engine is running. That's when the chemistry activates. Stick to proven formulations. Random gas station bottles can do more harm than good. Mistake number 9. Parking at the wrong angle at the pump. This mistake is subtle, but it costs fuel every time. Your fuel tank is designed to vent air as gasoline flows in. If the car is parked at an angle, especially with the fuel door side higher than the tank, air gets trapped inside. When that happens, the pump shuts off early. You think the tank is full, but it isn't. You've paid for space filled with air. Professional drivers know this and avoid sloped pumps whenever possible. On uneven ground, you can lose up to half a gallon per fill without realizing it. The right approach: park on level ground. If possible, keep the fuel door side slightly lower than the opposite side. A proper fill improves accuracy, range, and mileage every time. Mistake number 10. Not tightening the gas cap properly. This small mistake triggers more warning lights than almost anything else related to fueling. A loose gas cap allows air to leak into the fuel system. When that happens, the EVAP system can't hold pressure, and the car interprets it as a vapor leak. The result? A check engine light, fuel vapor loss, lower efficiency, and often an unnecessary diagnostic bill. Many drivers tighten the cap just enough and walk away. That's not enough. The correct method: turn the cap until you hear at least 3 clicks. For capless systems, keep the area clean so the internal seal can close fully. Old caps matter too. After years of heat, the rubber seal hardens and leaks. Replacing it every few years costs almost nothing and prevents major headaches.